Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It's time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pamphlet pilot and insert holder would call you. Hey, it's a little rainy out there. It's a little dismal, much like a communist Democrat, period. But you don't need to hide in your closet with a blanket over your head. You can get out there and, take a look around, be observant, see what's going on around you, because the things that are going on elsewhere in this country are going to appear here sooner or later.
Don't forget, we are being seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available to you right now at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Both of those sites go to the same place, and the link's located right there in the top middle of the page. Back that up. I'm not through yet. Yeah, Nashville likes to do a double stop. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, the link's right there at the top middle of the page. On your mobile device, you need to fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search to see the video. If you're just looking audio, well, that's easy too. Fire up any streaming app on your mobile device, such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streama. Just to name a few streaming apps that work. Most of them do. And put WEEB in the search. If you're on our website, that link's located in the upper right-hand corner of every one of our web pages at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Click that icon that says On the Air Listen Live. Click it once, and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills. Today's going to be another rain out. 90% chance of rain, clouds, high of 64. And a little windy, too. Winds from 13 to 22 miles an hour. Then tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered thunderstorms, a low of 61. I went out to the dog park yesterday, and it felt pretty good with that wind blowing through. Anyway, Wednesday, mostly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms, high at 73. And then Wednesday night, partly cloudy showers, a low of 63. Thursday, partly cloudy with showers likely and a high of 80. And then for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll see partly cloudy skies, chance of showers every day, and highs in the mid-80s. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are north at 5, visibility 3 statute miles, pressure 3018, 2.58, humidity 96%. It's rainy and 59 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM. And 990 AM WEEB. You got something on your mind, Colonel?
Well, I talking to my friend up in
Virginia.
Well, the Hampton Roads area, yeah. And his son is a police officer up there in one of the, municipalities. I'm not going to say which one, but they're having some real problems. And the police have been, some police officers have been followed home. So, you have people tracking them to see where they live. On the social media, they have been threatened, and their wives and their kids have been threatened. Hey, we find this guy, we'll go after their kids. And, those kind of things. I was just reading this morning that 3 police officers in New York went to, a shake shop. And, whoever the enterprising little jerk there filled their cups with bleach along with their milkshake. So, it's getting pretty crummy out there. Well, it already is. And, you'll see that kind of thing down here if it's not already here. I mean, it's a little different, I think, maybe for your law enforcement down here because, people tend to know each other more. So an officer walking into a particular store has probably been going in there and knows who works there and things like that. But
officers have to be careful if they're eating somewhere because they're liable to get what they call the Jesse Jackson Jaime dressing.
Right, yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, just disgusting crap. And, even when I was up there, this is 10 years ago, I never ate out, and I always took my lunch. I would never walk into a place in uniform and buy lunch because of that kind of. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, you're likely to be accosted or spit on or whatever up there, and that is happening. We've had certain never happened that cops get spit on. Yeah, they do, and I know 2 of them personally that have been. And it's getting ridiculous. So that stuff's going to migrate down here if it already isn't here. I've been kind of looking at some things that kind of make me wonder about what exactly is going on. And I'm sure our police, entities here, the sheriff's office and the local PDs, probably have a plan. They're probably got some things going on. I know what I would be doing if I were in a position of law enforcement here. I'm not going to say what those things are because they may in fact be doing them. I hope they're doing them, and I don't want to, inform the criminals, these insurgents, these jerks, communists, what exactly may be coming for them. But hopefully our guys are on the ball and have a lock on some of these guys because they're going to need to get locked up pretty quick.
Well, in case you don't know what Jaime dressing is.
Well, they spit in your unit. That stuff's always going on. It's not worth discussing. Like I said, local law enforcement here probably know the people very well. They've lived here for a long time, etc. But, you don't know what you're getting when you go through a drive-through and things. And I'm not accusing any drive-through around here of any of that kind of stuff at this point. I haven't heard anything going on. So, hopefully it doesn't get that far.
Yeah, there was a parody movie one time, and these guys were, I think, going across the country, and they stopped in this restaurant, and they just to take the racial out of it. It was a white waiter and white guys at the table, and the guy asked for toast, and the guy didn't bring his toast out, and he says, "I'll be right back with that, sir." And then he went back, got the toast, and put it down his pants to warm it up.
Yeah.
And came and filled up the coffee. Says, "Your toast will be right out. We have it in the toaster."
Right. Yeah, and
that brings it to him.
Stuff like that has gone on for a long time, and police officers have been the target of that for a very long time. This is, in that case, this is nothing new. But when you start to actively poison people, like putting bleach and other harsh chemicals in food, etc., that's getting there. That's ridiculous.
I notice in my liberal news service I use every day, they don't have the bleach story here.
Oh yeah, they never.
No, nothing negative. Always these peaceful protesters. Yeah, and that's why all the businesses around them have been extorted or burnt to the ground. And what they do over there at that Wendy's, they burn it to the ground. And then they stood outside and wouldn't let the fire truck get in to put it out.
Yeah, like this Chaz thing over there in where is it, Seattle? Apparently there's been rapes, assaults. The leading lights there are extorting the businesses, etc. But mainstream media is not covering that so much. But apparently it's going on because the police are reporting it and wanting to go in and do something about it, but of course they're either told not to by their county or city council, or they're just don't have enough people to go in and do it. You got one guy there that's handing out M16s or M4 to individuals, where he's gotten them probably from the police department, but he's handing them out. So, where's gun control now? Why aren't the Democrats all lined up there to, harp about gun control for the clowns in that little enclave there in Seattle? It's ridiculous what's going on.
Well, let's see if we can put the Colonel in a better mood. Listen to our late night Unique Boys and see if they have anything of value that might make you trust.
The Supreme Court ruled that federal law forbids job discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or transgender status. Now the only thing you can be fired for is actually showing up to the office. Fred, we told you, Please stay home. You don't wear a mask, Fred.
The court decided employers can't fire workers based on their sexual orientation or gender identity. They'll have to stick to the usual reason workers get fired, not muting themselves on Zoom.
On Friday in LA, they opened museums and gyms. Who would go to the gym right now? I'm not going to the gym during a pandemic or after a pandemic. I'm just not going to the gym ever again.
According to a report, the game show Jeopardy has run out of new episodes to air, so now if you want to answer 100 questions in a half hour, you'll just have to have a 4-year-old like the rest of us.
That was funny.
Yeah, I looked up. You were nodding your head on that one.
Yeah, that one's true.
Well, you probably know that Antifa is an anti-fascist political movement in the U.S. comprising a diverse array of autonomous groups that aim to achieve their objectives through the use of both nonviolent and violent actions rather than through political reform. But here's something you probably didn't know. They have a line of their own products.
Introducing Antifa brand products. You know, we're much more than anti-fascists. We're also anti-hunger. Before your next riot, fuel the anger with Antifa brand antipasto. When you come face to face with brutal police resistance, never let them see you sweat with Antifa antiperspirant. And if you're worried that you'll miss the chance to destroy your city's urban core because of allergies, let's just say here at Antifa brand products, we hate histamines. A lot. They are the worst. Antifa brand products. Look for the big A with a circle around it. Available wherever brick, spray paint, and black hoodies are sold.
Okay. And this portion of our program is brought to you by the Lucky Spigot.
This portion of our show is brought to you by the Lucky Spigot. We're that store in the strip mall that never has cars out front, yet somehow stays open. The Lucky Spigot.
Okay. All right, Colonel, we're going to play a little game with you. We have the number one songs on this date back from the 90s.
Good luck.
The 2000s. Well, let's see. We got the 80, 90, 90s, 2000, and 2010 decade. The number one song of each of those decades. Here they are. See if you can name them.
Number one, this week in music history, 40 years ago.
I want to take me to Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town?
30 years ago.
It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love.
20 years ago.
Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again.
10 years ago.
California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin so hot will melt your popsicle.
And what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, we're going to see if I'm going to basically give you the name of the song. And,
Oh, okay.
all right, Funky Town was the first one from the 80s by
Oh, who sang it? Oh, no clue.
Lip Sync.
Lip sync. Yeah, good for them.
1990, It Must Have Been Love
Sounded familiar, but don't know.
from Rockette.
Rockette?
Yeah. 2000 era, Try Again from Elijah. I guess that's right.
Well, if you can't pronounce it and don't know it, then I'm sure I'm certainly not
Elia, I think it is.
I don't know.
They always have to have the chic way of spelling it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
okay, well, you
In 2010, it was California Girls by
know. The Beach Boys. I don't know.
the girls in this is spelled Gurls.
Girls, as in misspelled girls. Okay.
It's by Katy Perry.
Okay. Katy Perry. She can't spell then, huh? All right. I know something new about Katy Perry now. Who's Katy Perry? I have no clue.
She's the one that sang Roar,
Okay.
Big Cha-Chas, and
Okay, that's a long line of.
she did the Super Bowl one year.
Don't watch the Super Bowl halftime show.
Rode out on a lion,
On a lion. Ooh.
a big mechanical lion.
Oh, mechanical lion. No, I didn't see it.
Okay.
Won't be watching the halftime show this year either, if there is any, if they even have a season. So likely not to watch much of that either.
All right, out of those 4 songs, which one do you think lasted the longest at number 1?
The first one.
Lip Sync, Lucky Town. It came in second.
Oh, okay.
Katy Perry came in first, followed by Lip Sync's Rockette and Aliyah.
Okay.
All right, somebody did a parody video. Well, while we're on this, let me go to this next one. While we're on the guessing part, we have a sound for you this morning.
Is that a hippopotamus doing its thing?
Time to play Guess That Sound. Here are your answers.
No, okay.
A family of hogs running around a go-kart track.
No.
Exhausted Clydesdale parading in the rain.
No.
Or a bison stampede on a highway in Yellowstone National Park. Here it is again.
All right, well, it's multiple animals, so it's not a Clydesdale. So it's either the pigs or the buffalo.
Well, Clydesdale is in plural.
Oh, Clydesdales? They don't sound... that doesn't sound like a horse to me. It sounds like a bison. I'll go with the bison.
You're right. Bison stampede on the highway in Yellowstone National Park. Okay. Well, someone did a parody video of what happens after a company's CEO promises to launch an investigation. Here's the clip.
I know. Hey, we are sorry. Everybody, I want you to know the company is sorry. And I promise, as the CEO, we are going to be launching an investigation into what happened. Okay, so sorry, guys. Investigation underway.
So what'd you tell him?
I told him that we were launching an investigation. They just ate it right up. They didn't care. What does that even mean? I don't know. Oh, they're so stupid. Check this out. Check this out. Pretty much this is going to be me. Well, excuse me. Crime? Didn't see it. Investigation over. Investigation over. I'm being.
So what do we have to do now?
Oh, we don't have to do anything. Everyone's going to forget in like 3 days.
There you go. The real world. According to a new study, millennials aren't looking for healthy options when it comes to their cereal. For millennials and Generation Z, they all want the good stuff. The more sugar in their cereal, the better. Like this.
Can't get enough of Super Sugar Crisp.
Give me some sugar.
Super Sugar Crisp is my reward. Start your day with a good breakfast featuring Post Super Sugar Crisp.
It's a honey sweet vitamin treat.
Okay.
Sugar Crisps. I remember those.
According to British scientists, dozens of intelligent alien life forms could be currently living in our very own galaxy, the Milky Way. The only problem, the average distance between these civilizations would be around 17,000 light years away, making it pretty tough to get in contact with them. Yeah, if only we could talk to them. Wonder what it would sound like.
Phone home. E.T. Phone home.
They said one of the closest ones on the other side of the Milky Way from us. I guess they're just doing math and probabilities and assuming, one has Earth-like conditions where life could abound and
there's probably something out there. I don't know. I guess, we'll find out someday. Either that or, they're going to show up here, take a look around, and leave. And not bother.
New study shows that Americans will torture themselves for how long, how many nights before finally turning on the AC? In my case, the answer is 0.
Yeah, none. Hey, you got AC, man. You got to turn it on. This isn't like 50, 60 years ago.
Now, I actually cut my heater on yesterday.
Your heater?
Yeah, a little bit, because it was cold in there. 62 is a little much for me. But anyway, yeah, I did it. I did it in shame, I can tell you that. Because I thought I'd never cut an air conditioner on in June. But here we are. But Americans will torture themselves for 5 sleepless nights before finally turning on the AC.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it does. You're first of all, you're hot.
I said it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
And then you try to cut it out, not cutting on that expensive air conditioner, and finally you relent. Like, it's being cool this week, and come Saturday, I'm going to be relenting real quick because it's going to be in the 90s.
Oh, it's going to be humid, too, after all
Yeah.
this rain, so you're definitely going to need it pretty soon.
Hot off the heels of Dunkaroos being brought back, rumor of a Dunkaroos cereal are starting to surface, according to the @CerealLife Instagram account. General Mills is working on bringing a cereal version of Dunkaroos to stores very soon.
Dunkaroos is the cookie you drunk for as much frosting as you want. You can dunk a Dunkaroo in as much chocolate or vanilla frosting as you want. So, how do you do your Dunkaroos?
A guy in Portland accidentally shot himself in the groin and then falsely claimed that a homeless man robbed him, then shot him. We don't think he actually lost his junk, but the bullet did go through one of the jewels and then into the thigh.
Oh, dear.
Here's Dr. Hartman explaining this to him.
Luckily, you'll be okay, but you're going to have to learn to live without a penis.
Great. There you go.
This happened at a protest earlier this month. A guy told a cop joke, and some police officers behind the barricade, and one of them actually laughed at the joke. Here is the joke.
Excuse me, why do riot police get up early? Do you guys know? They get up early to beat the crowds.
No laughter from the colonel on that one.
No, it's kind of like a Matt joke. I don't get it.
And a drunk woman was detained in China after attempting to smash an airplane window open while at 30,000 feet in the air. Apparently, she was devastated after being dumped by her boyfriend and lost control.
She waited to get on the airplane to lose control?
Yeah, she was going to kick a window out, decompress, kill everybody on board. You know how it is. Yep, a lot of Chinese there in the background. All right, good news for you this morning. Every night in Pennsylvania, a man plays his bagpipes at 6 p.m. sharp in his Rushertown neighborhood. Roughly the last 100 nights since the start of the COVID-19, Michael Luckinbill has done it to help keep the neighborhood spirit alive. Here's Michael.
So every day at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I come out and I play my bagpipes, whatever comes to mind. People come out and listen, they play, they jump in the puddles, and we're just doing it because we need to get out of the house.
There you go. Grab your bagpipes, Carl, and play tonight.
Well, you get the bag, get some pipers and march up and down through the Chaz out there in Seattle, and that'll probably break them up. If they don't want to leave, then I don't know what you can do otherwise.
Ford is releasing a new Bronco next month.
Oh yes, that's been delayed for several months due to the corona.
Where does the Bronco fall? I mean, you got the Ford Escape, then you got the Explorer, then you got the starts with an A, the bigger car.
Well, the Bronco was
Expedition. That's what it
more of a Jeep competitor, because it was initially back in the 60s, it was really a two-seater with a short bed in the back. And then they, made it an SUV and et cetera. So I don't know what the new one looks like, but I'm sure it'll be some kind of cross-country, looking vehicle. Probably sit up high, big tires on it, and all that kind of thing. That's what they were. That's what they were saying they were going to come out with. It probably got a lot more motor than it probably needs, et cetera.
Well, they're releasing it on O.J. Simpson's birthday.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, let's bring that all up again. Oh my God.
That will get to the news people to grab it and put it in the news.
Yeah. They'll have a white one and drive down the highway with it at 30 miles an hour, will they?
Here's a commercial for the first Bronco in 1966.
Bronco. Bronco. Ford Bronco. First four-wheel drive sports car, blazing a new trail of excitement. The new Ford Bronco for 1966. A rough, tough, go-anywhere, climb-anything sports car. Choice of powerful 6 or big new 200-horsepower V8 engine. Clear out snow in four-wheel drive. Cruise down a road in 2. Two-wheel drive without annoying whine. Smooth as silk on paved roads, Ford's new Bronco gives you synchronized shifting, velvet smooth coil spring drive. Bronco Roadster, built for fun. Bronco Sports Utility, a do-anything workhorse. Bronco Wagon, family carry-all. Name of Bronco, a new V8 Bronco at your Ford dealer.
Okay, so they had different variations of it even then in 66. So, yeah, I just remember a friend of mine had the two-seater with the, it's kind of a Jeep-looking thing. You throw your trash in the back and et cetera, et cetera. Four-wheel drive.
Senator Ted, well, okay. Oh my God. Senator Ted Cruz didn't like a tweet that Hellboy star Ron Perlman sent about Representative Jim Jordan, so he challenged Ron to wrestle Jim. Perlman then challenged Ted to wrestle him instead. Here you go.
Hey, that's enough. Break it up, okay? Break it up, okay? Okay.
Well, Ron Perlman, what's he like 60? He's in his late 60s or something. Jim Jordan's still a fairly young guy, so that wouldn't probably go well for Perlman.
I think Perlman's actually running against Jim Jordan. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think I'm right. All righty, it's coming up on 8 o'clock. Currently here in the Sand Hills, we have 59 rainy degrees. Your news, sports, and weather's next. We'll be back.
Our weather today still under the influence of an upper-level low that's cut off from the main jet stream, and since it will meander today, tomorrow, and Thursday, depending on its orientation, will dictate how much rain we see. So rain will be likely today, some thunderstorms possible this afternoon, breezy, mid to upper 60s the highs. For tonight, cloudy, showers and storms are possible. The low in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and storms, mid to upper 70s. I'm Mike Mays in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Police reform. President Trump says the process begins today when he signs an executive order.
We can get it done, and we'll get it done, and certainly we can add on to what we do by the work that's being done in the House and in the Senate. If we think it's appropriate, maybe they can get something passed, and maybe they can't, but we will get it passed. And it's got to be passed by one person, and the person's me, so we're going to be signing it.
Mr. Trump seeks to encourage and not compel police departments to exercise best practices in the use of force. 3 New York City police officers expected to be okay after drinking milkshakes that were apparently poisoned with bleach. They got the shakes at a Shake Shack in Lower Manhattan last night. An investigation's underway. North Korea making good on a threat to destroy an inter-Korean liaison office north of the border with South Korea. Correspondent Charles Deladesma says the office was blown up.
The move sharply raises tensions on the Korean peninsula amid deadlocked nuclear diplomacy with the U.S. Seoul's unification ministry says the building in a North Korean border town was destroyed early afternoon but gave no further details. News agency photos showed smoke rising from what appeared to be a complex of buildings.
President Trump ordering a major U.S. troop withdrawal from Germany.
The president says U.S. troop levels will drop in Germany from 34,500 to 25,000. He says Germany has failed to pay its fair share of NATO defense costs, and until they pay, he says the American military presence will be reduced. Many in Congress, including Republicans, see the move as undermining NATO and weakening the U.S. position in Europe.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures up 402 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 132 and S&P futures 44 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I was finishing undergrad and got credit cards because I couldn't work full-time. So that started the credit card journey for me.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
And then when I got married, we combined our credit card debt, and it became impossible to pay off on our own. At that point, I was like, I don't know where to turn. And then I found Trinity.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
I initially was scared to call, and immediately I felt relief. I mean, in a matter of 3 years, we've already paid down $20,000 in credit card debt, which is huge.
Call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976.
Healthcare professionals rally outside the French Health Ministry in Paris with dozens of other protests planned across the country.
Unions say they've been delighted by the expressions of public support through the COVID crisis, but now they want action, specifically pay rises, a recruitment drive, and more beds in hospitals. The government of President Macron is actually 3 weeks into a major consultation on the health service, and they've also announced bonuses for hospital and care home staff who work through the crisis. But unions say that COVID exposed the weaknesses of the French system and want a major boost in investment.
That's a BBC's Hugh Schofield in Paris. Turkey has made the wearing of face coverings mandatory in 5 more of its provinces following an uptick in COVID-19 cases. The Turkish health minister says the wearing of masks is now required in 42 of Turkey's 81 provinces. Daily number of infections climbed to above 1,500 the past 5 days. News and analysis, townhall.com. The government greenlights a novel treatment for ADHD in youngsters.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved a video game for treating attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in children. It's the first time the FDA has approved a digital therapy for improving ADHD symptoms. The game is called Endeavor RX. It's built by Boston-based Achille Interactive Labs. The game, which requires a prescription, can improve attention function. It's designed for children ages 8 to 12 with certain symptoms of ADHD. I'm Mike Gracia.
Retail sales likely recovered somewhat last month as the economy increasingly reopened from shutdowns. Shoppers felt confident enough to spend. Commerce Department expected to report that retail purchases climbed 9% from April to May, according to economists surveyed by the data provider FactSet. Once again on Wall Street, Dow futures are up 419 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hello, I'm Pat McLean, and would like to welcome you to McLean Drug. McLean Drug is located at 735 South Bennett Street. We offer easy access, friendly, helpful service, drive-through pickup, and discount drug prices. And don't forget, at McLean, we offer pet and equine prescriptions. So when we say make McLean Drug your one-stop shop for all your prescriptions, we do mean all.
McLean Drug at 735 South Bennett Street in Southern Pines for all your prescription needs. 246-9355.
This is Chuck from Sunbelt Service Pros. Are you just not feeling it anymore with your AC service provider? Are you calling those guys because that's what you've always done, or because there's a sticker on the thermostat with an old phone number on it? How about this? Take a chance and you'll be thrilled to find that you're getting real value for your heating and cooling dollars. When you call Sunbelt Service Pros, you are dealing with a professional and reliable service provider. Our technicians are highly trained and certified and can quickly address any issues. Our customers find our technicians and office staff courteous, friendly, and professional throughout the whole process. We're doing something right here. You need to check us out. Find out what you've been missing and call us today. Sunbelt Service Pros at 910-944-2044 or go online to sunbeltservicepros.com.
Brick's Wood-Fired Pizza in the Kohl's Shopping Center is now open. In addition to the great wood-fired pizzas, Brick's has wood-fired wings cooked in the brick oven, all made fresh daily. Your choice of craft beers on tap and a variety of wines. The waitstaff is following safety measures and seating is more than 6 feet apart. Dine in or go to the outside patio. Jump into the fire at Brick's Wood-Fired Pizza, Kohl's Shopping Center, Southern Pines. Open every day at 11 a.m. It's better than ever.
You can jump into the fire.
This is Dr. Terry Ann Sams of Sandhills Weekend Dental. I know some of you are overdue for a cleaning and checkup, and we are excited to welcome a new dental hygienist to our team. Her name is Katie. I can't wait for you to meet her. Give us a call. We are here Wednesdays through Saturdays at 910-687-4423 or visit sandhillsweekenddental.com, 910-687-4423.
Aberdeen Prescription Shop is one of the best independent pharmacies. Despite the chain stores, customers prefer Aberdeen Prescription Shop for its personal service, drive-through window, and free delivery. All major insurance is accepted, including TRICARE. Order your prescriptions online at AberdeenRxShop.com or call 944-1313, 944-1313, or visit the Town and Country Shopping Center on US 1. Aberdeen Prescription Shop.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Flowland will be here for you. During the stay-at-home order, Flowland will be open for all your alternative medicine needs under the following guidelines. We offer curbside service Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from noon till 6 p.m. Free shipping on phone orders $50 or more, and we can also be your personal shopper during this time. Just call us at 910-757-0244 for further instructions. Flowland has and will be strictly following CDC regulations while continuing to offer our essential services. We're located off Highway 1 in Aberdeen, right across the street from the Texas Roadhouse. So come by or give us a call at 910-757-0244. That number again, 910-757-0244. Flowland, Moore County's #1 CBD oil authority, and serving the Sandhills since 2000. Visit our website at shopflowland.com.
NCN News. I'm Tony Rixby. A Raleigh statue of a white supremacist taken down this morning just before daybreak. The statue depicted Josephus Daniels waving at the old News and Observer building from Nash Square. Daniels' great-grandson drove to Raleigh from his Nashville, Tennessee home to see the removal of that statue. State officials still not sure what impact recent protests or other mass gatherings could have on the spread of coronavirus. Governor Roy Cooper.
Usually the contact tracers in that kind of situation will be tracing things down and letting people know, and it's not necessarily anything that would come to our attention, but we want people to get tested if they've been in any kind of crowd.
Raleigh Mayor Mary Ann Baldwin is pressing for a mask requirement after weekend video showed thousands of people gathering without masks and not following social distancing guidelines. She tells WNCN.
We have to do something to protect those who are coming here.
In a 6-3 ruling yesterday, the U.S. Supreme Court decided a provision of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 bars job discrimination on the basis of sex, and that applies to sexual orientation and gender identity. Jessica Levinson is a professor at the Loyola Law School.
The court took a so-called textualist approach, meaning a majority of the court, led by Justice Neil Gorsuch, just looked at the text of Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. They didn't look at congressional intent. They didn't look at context, but that's how a fairly conservative court ends up making what looks like a pretty liberal ruling.
A Roxborough newspaper issuing an apology over a political cartoon that left some residents angry. The Courier-Times cartoon from a syndicated illustrator depicted a black man in a face mask stealing a purse from a white woman and then talking about defunding the police. You're listening to NCN News.
Spring and the onset of summer increases the likelihood of thunderstorms. Alternative Power, your North Carolina Generac service provider, reminds you to stay alert. As a thunderstorm approaches, get out of boats and away from water. If you're caught outdoors, find a low spot away from trees, fences, and poles. Alternative Power guards homes against extended power outages with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Farmers make a difference in your life every day, from the food on your plate to the clothes on your back. The agriculture industry is the backbone of North Carolina's economy. Remember to thank a farmer for all they provide. Farm Credit is dedicated to doing our part to keep farmers farming. Our team of experts provide lending solutions to keep North Carolina's farmers doing what they do best. Farm Credit, we're farmer strong. Visit us at farmcreditofnc.com.
President Trump is getting back on the campaign trail in a big way Saturday in Oklahoma. KOTV's Emery Bryan reports from Tulsa.
And we expect to have, it's like a record-setting crowd. We've never had an empty seat, and we certainly won't in Oklahoma.
The president repeated his expectations of a shoulder-to-shoulder crowd at the BOK Center for a rally with possibly 19,000 people inside the building, the first large event since COVID-19. President Trump's campaign manager says more than 1 million people have requested tickets for the rally. He called it the biggest data haul and rally sign-up of all time by 10 times.
North Carolina Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler says no decision has been made concerning canceling the 2020 state fair. Troxler says there are discussions daily about the status of the fair as the COVID-19 pandemic continues.
What is the drop-dead date? There's so many facets to the state fair. We're going to extend it out as long as we possibly can.
Troxler confirmed that if the fair goes on, it will not be a scaled-back version. The fair is scheduled for October 15th through 25th in Raleigh. A new study suggests we may not be alone in the universe. At the Foreign Desk, CBS News correspondent Vicki Barker in London.
Space, the final frontier.
The Starship Enterprise's mission was to seek out new life and new civilizations. Well, 36. That's the latest estimate of the number of planets with intelligent life that may be out there.
Its 5-year mission.
Captain Kirk's mission may take longer than 5 years, though. The astrophysicists reckon most of these planets would take about 17,000 years to reach, traveling at the speed of light, which is currently impossible. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
NASCAR is set to allow up to 30,000 fans at the track in Bristol next month when it moves the All-Star race out of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That will be for just the second time in the history of the race. Tony Rixby, NCN News.
We are waking up to gloomy weather this morning with rain in the area. Rain will be likely today and later on this afternoon, especially the southern part of the area will have a chance for thunderstorms. It's breezy, cool, the highs in the mid to upper 60s. Tonight, a chance for showers, maybe even a thunderstorm. Lows Wednesday morning will be in the upper 50s to low 60s, so still cool. Mostly cloudy Wednesday, scattered showers and storms, mid to upper 70s the highs. I'm Mike Mays in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have scattered showers, 59 degrees, humidity 96%, 2.58, pressure is 3018, winds north-northeast at 8, and visibility down to 7 statute miles. It's 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this morning. On June 15th, the Moore County Health Department was notified of the death of a Moore County resident whose death was determined to be related to COVID-19 infection. The individual was a resident of the Moore County Residential Care Facility who passed away on June 12th. Monday's reported death brings Moore County total to 12 deaths that have been attributed to COVID-19 thus far. Moreover, it is the 7th such death linked to a nursing home or residential care facility in Moore County. In total, there have been 335 confirmed COVID-19 cases in Moore County to date. A two-vehicle accident outside of Vass claimed 2 lives despite heroic actions from bystanders and first responders Monday. The vehicle swerved to avoid a head-on collision, causing both cars to careen off the road. The vehicle heading eastbound on Lobelia Road struck a telephone pole and flipped over into a nearby yard, instantly killing the elderly male driver and ejecting the elderly female passenger. The vehicle heading westbound swerved into a north side ditch and came to an abrupt halt in thick brush. The driver was treated by EMS with minor injuries. 2 soldiers from Fort Bragg were first on the scene and without hesitation immediately started CPR on the injured woman. They continued to provide active CPR until EMS arrived on the scene. However, even though the soldiers' heroic actions, EMS was unable to save the woman's life, and she was pronounced deceased on the scene. And North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper says he'll announce early next week a decision on whether businesses still shuttered because of COVID-19 will be allowed to reopen. Cooper's current executive order expires June 26th. It allows restaurants to have dine-in seating again and for barbershops and hair and nail salons to reopen, but bars, movie theaters, and gyms remain closed. The governor said Monday his decision will be based on science and data. He's worried about the recent uptick in cases and hospitalization, but he's hopeful a second wave of cases can be stopped by the public practice of social distancing. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hills Sentinel. Remember, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It's 8:17. Sports is up next, right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. It's just a disaster for our game. That's Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred's view of the breakdown in talks between teams and the Players Union over an abbreviated season. At issue is how to split up the revenues. Manfred telling ESPN there could very well be no season at all. The league has also revealed several players have tested positive for the coronavirus. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says the league should have listened to players earlier on issues of racial injustice. Meanwhile, he says 2 NFL teams are each experiencing an outbreak of the coronavirus.
The commissioner of the National Football League says he's pushing for a team to sign Colin Kaepernick.
I welcome that, support the club making that decision.
The 32-year-old former quarterback hasn't played for 3 seasons. He was last a member of the San Francisco 49ers when he kneeled during the national anthem to protest racial injustice. Roger Goodell also said on ESPN's SportsCenter special, The Return to Sports, that players on 2 Texas teams have tested positive for coronavirus.
All of those players, fortunately, have had either mild symptoms or were asymptomatic.
The NFL has plans to return to play in September. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
There will be golf to watch on Father's Day. The PGA Tour returned this past weekend, and Daniel Berger played like nobody was watching. That was the case, at least in person. There was not a single fan in the gallery for the Charles Schwab Challenge, so no one was there to cheer when his 10-foot birdie on the final hole gave him a share of the lead. No one groaned when Colin Morikawa missed a 6-foot birdie putt for the win, then the playoff, and Morikawa's 3-foot putt to extend it spun out. This week, the PGA will hold its second tournament since its 3-month pandemic pause, but as aforementioned, it won't be the U.S. Open. The PGA's Granddaddy event has been pushed to September. For the first time in 45 years that it won't be held on Father's Day weekend. This week, the players will be on Hilton Head Island for the Heritage. Again, playing without spectators on the course. This is NCN Sports.
Introducing from Wilmington and Morehead City, North Carolina, the delivery dominators, the supply chain champions. It's the lineup that scored $15.4 billion for our state's economy and supported more than 87,000 jobs. Your very own ports team, the North Carolina Hooray!
At North Carolina Ports, we play hard for our state's economy. Now that's something to cheer about. Check out our season highlights at nccranes.com.
Being a Farm Bureau insurance agent means being local. It means insuring your child's first car and standing beside you after a storm. It's more than a business to us. It's a friendship. So call an agent who calls North Carolina home. Because when you need us, we're there. In every county, every day. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
NASCAR is set to allow up to 30,000 fans at the track in Bristol next month when it moves the All-Star race out of Charlotte Motor Speedway for just the second time in the history of the race. The race was originally scheduled for May 16th at Charlotte. The 1986 race was run at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Attorneys have filed a lawsuit against the NCAA in federal court. It seeks to prevent the association from limiting the amount of money athletes can make off their names, images, and likenesses. Arizona State swimmer Grant House and Oregon women's basketball player Sedona Prince are the plaintiffs. The suit seeks class action status. The legal challenge comes after the NCAA is in the process of changing its rules to allow college athletes to earn money from third parties for things such as social media endorsements, sponsorship deals, and personal appearances. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
My mom's home is 9 rooms and 56 years of memories. Everything that's important to her happened under this roof. She's slowed down a little and needs help. Nothing too difficult, just a hand with everyday chores. Someone to look after her when I can't. My mom loves her home. There's no place she'd rather be.
If your mom wants to stay in her home, call me, Bob Bonville at Griswold Home Care Pinehurst, 910-420-2360. That's 910-420-2360. We've been keeping the heart at home since 1982.
Fast, fresh, and always great tasting. The Daily Combo Special from Honey Baked Ham for only $6.99. A terrific and tasty lunch sandwich from Honey Baked Ham, accompanied by a side and drink, only $6.99. Make it a Honey Baked Ham day with their $6.99 combo.
We're now open. Are you tired of dealing with box stores and their lack of product knowledge? Come see the professionals at Pinecone Flooring. the Sandhills Design Center. Pinecone Flooring has the largest inventory and samples in the Sandhills, featuring waterproof luxury vinyl plank, hardwoods, carpet, and even water-resistant hardwood. Come see our brand new showroom at 400 West Pennsylvania Avenue in Southern Pines, Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. Call Ellen, Robert, or Tony at 910-757-0478 to schedule your free estimate. Mention this ad and get free shoe molding with purchase. Try Zaxby's Cajun Club sandwich meal with blackened chicken, American cheese, smoky bacon, ranch sauce, crisp lettuce, and tomatoes. Order with a sandwich only or as a meal with crinkle-cut fries and a 22-ounce sized Coca-Cola freestyle drink. Over 100 refreshing choices available in store. In a hurry? Order ahead at Zaxby's.com or go to the app. In Southern Pines off 15501 and Partner Circle in front of the Holiday Inn. Zaxby's. Friends, family, flavor. Now serving drive-thru only.
Being overweight is the #1 health problem in America today. It leads to so many avoidable health issues. If you have a weight problem and finally want to do something about it, then do what I did and participate in the Transforming You Weight Loss Program offered by Dr. Sharon Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. It's a customized, physician-assisted program based on your body type and your goals. A healthier, more vibrant, spirited, and slimmer you emerges. Now, I lost 25 pounds in the first month and 50 pounds to date. That keeps me motivated. Now, the program is easy to follow. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and if I can do it, you can do it. Give Dr. Wright a call and set up your no-charge consultation about the Transforming You Weight Loss Program at 910-673-2225. That's White Chiropractic at 673-2225.
Need to declutter this spring? Go to Pools Buildings, where everyone is approved. Just minutes from Aberdeen and Pine Bluff, Pools Buildings is your dealer for SPS metal buildings and Old Hickory wood buildings. Come see a huge selection of quality buildings, cabanas, garages, carports, and more. Get a lifetime warranty as low as 5% down and free delivery and setup. Go to 525 North Walnut Street in Pine Bluff or visit their Facebook or poolsbuildings.com for a quote. That's POOLES buildings.com.
You look out the window. It's dark. You lock the doors. Maybe you set an alarm. You take every precaution. Do whatever it takes to keep your home safe. But it's not. In fact, termites may be destroying your home right now. You may not see them. You may not hear them. But by the time you see the damage termites cause, it may be too late. So don't wait, because now there is something new. Introducing Termidor, the unique treatment that wipes out 100% of the termites in your home in 3 months or less. They'll never see it coming. But you can't get it from any store. So ask for Termidor by name from your pest control company. Because if you're not asking for Termidor, you're asking for trouble.
Termidor is available at Aberdeen Exterminating. Call 944-2474. For service, that's 944-2474.
War Dogs, Army surplus of Southern Pines has expanded and open for business. Since taking over the adjoining building, War Dogs will now be able to provide Moore County with even more quality high-end Army surplus. Bring in your Army gear and War Dogs will beat any legitimate offer from their competitors and beat it by 15%. That's right, War Dogs will match their offer and add 15% to your wallet. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Located at 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters. Or call 910-902-7749. That's 902-7749. War Dogs. We offer more and sell for less.
Hurricanes, tornadoes, and fire. These are serious situations that we plan in advance for.
The volatility of the market can be just as devastating. When a market correction happens, there are strategies you can employ to bounce back. Call Coach Pete today and we'll help you develop your very own emergency market disaster plan. 800-661-7383, 800-661-7383, or text COACH to 21,000.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone.
Back in the days when I used to fly almost every week for work, I was just finishing up PT when one of the guys said, "I thought you were flying out today with Dave and Les at 8 o'clock. And I realized, oh my gosh, I was thinking it was 10 and I've missed the flight. Well, I rebooked it for later, and then I got to thinking, oh no, what if there was a reason I was supposed to miss that plane? What if it crashes and Dave and Les get killed? Well, I waited kind of anxiously and kept checking. The plane landed and I was greatly relieved. And then I got to thinking, wait a minute, what if I missed that plane for a reason? What if the next one is the one that crashes and Dave and Les were not supposed to be on it? Doggone it, can't believe I missed that plane. Well, I made that flight and it landed safely, but I still had to worry about Dave and Les on the way back. Sometimes we overthink things way too much, don't we? On the other hand, sometimes we don't put nearly enough thought into things. Take the lockdown, for instance. If Governor Roy Cooper tries to take us back into phase 1 lockdown, businesses that are now struggling are going to fail. Lives are already ruined. More county corona deaths are not spiking. County commissioners, please don't let them do it to us again. I honestly don't think that folks around here can stand it, and I know a lot of businesses can't. I hope everyone has a good day. From the Zoom Wall Zone.
Our weather today still under the influence of an upper-level low that's cut off from the main jet stream, and since it will meander today, tomorrow, and Thursday, depending on its orientation, will dictate how much rain we see. So rain will be likely today, some thunderstorms possible this afternoon, breezy, mid to upper 60s the highs. For tonight, cloudy, showers and storms are possible, the low in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and storms, mid to upper 70s. I'm Mike Mays in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
That's it? You don't have anything else to say to me today?
All right, not a morning person. How about you? How are you feeling?
I will kill you.
Well, there you go.
Asked and answered.
Someone's cranky.
I'm not cranky.
I just haven't had my coffee yet. So, coffee?
I'm going to need more than that.
Like what? Like?
I'm going to need you to entertain me.
I can do that.
But how?
Like this.
Give a listen.
It's showtime.
I know a place where the grass is really greener. Warm, wet, and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin and juice. Laying underneath the palm trees. And the birds break their necks. Trying to creep a little sneak peek.
What?
You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the golden coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, fresh off for 4 hours and 49 minutes sleep, according to the Fitbit. Don't forget, of course, the other half of this program, the smarter half, the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the pilot's failing pamphlet and insert holder refers to you. Hey, it's a little rainy out there, so the watershed is up. So when you get your trash delivery tomorrow, make sure you get out there and get it quick before it washes down river. I don't know, are we in the PD River watershed or the Cape Fear watershed? I think we're right on the cusp. So, depending on where you live, you need to get out there and get it quick before it washes into the watershed areas.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available now at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. If you're on your mobile device, fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leaderman in the search. If you're on your mobile device just looking at our audio stream, that's easy too. Fire up a streaming app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamo. They're all free and available at your app stores. There's plenty of other streaming outfits out there also. So get one, put WEEB into that search. If you're on our website, the icon in the upper right-hand corner of every one of the web pages at talk973.com or talk1041.com says on the air, listen live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area, going to be wet, cloudy with rain, high of 64. Tonight, more of the same. Maybe some thunderstorms worked in there, a low of 61. Tomorrow, you might see a little sun, mostly cloudy. Scattered thunderstorms, 73 for a high. And for Thursday, partly cloudy, showers likely, and 80. Friday, partly cloudy, scattered showers, and 84. Saturday, same thing with 87. Sunday, same thing with 91. And Monday, same thing, cloudy and showers and thunderstorms, high of 91. Oh, boy. Can't wait for the 91. Talk about steam bath. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are north-northeast at 8, visibility 7 statute miles. Pressure is 3118, dew point 58. Let's just bottle that and save it for the rest of the summer, shall we? Humidity 96% is scattered showers and 59 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 8:35, 35 past the hour. Let's take a look at some things we need to know so we don't sound stupid today.
Oh, boy.
Boston is considering removing a statue that shows Abraham Lincoln and a freed slave.
Oh, they want to remove that statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, all right.
Several, they don't like the fact the slave is got his knees bent. And
they don't understand symbolism at all,
right,
do they?
and
okay.
Lincoln has his arm outstretched, and that's him inviting the black person to rise up and join the rest of us.
Yeah, yep.
That's what the symbolism.
Yep, because Democrats are stupid. Well, Democrats aren't Democrats; they're communists, and that's exactly what they're doing, is trying to tear it all down.
Several members of the Dallas Cowboys and Houston Texans have reportedly tested positive for COVID-19, according to the NFL Network. The exact number of players each team is infected is unknown, but Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, agent confirmed he tested positive.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of them will test positive. What's the big deal? I don't understand it.
I'd like to hear the rest of the story on it. Do they feel sick? Are they having bad symptoms? They don't ever tell you that. They just lead you to believe everybody gets sick, eventually ends up on a respirator.
Right, and it's not the case, and these are, for the most part, young, healthy people, and probably are not going to have a problem. And they've already had, it was months ago, they had at least one or two players on the Denver Broncos that came out positive or something. So, this is just stupid.
Scientists from the University of Nottingham have calculated that there could be more than 36 active communicating intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way. Kanye West is looking to expand his Yeezy brand into beauty and skincare products. Kelly Clarkson getting serious about this divorce thing she filed last week and is going around without her wedding ring. A new study shows that the coronavirus antibodies stay in your system for 2 months. And 24 Hour Fitness has filed for bankruptcy and closed 100 of their gyms. Today's impossible question, and this one is impossible. If you are a parent, you are more likely to enjoy this beverage on a regular basis.
Well,
now, keep in mind, if you weren't a parent, you probably would not have this in your house on a normal basis?
I don't know. Metamucil, how's that? I have no clue.
No, it's something you'd find in your refrigerator.
Eggnog.
Not as good a guess as any, but that's kind of seasonal.
Yeah, you can get eggnog anytime.
I know you can get it, but you know.
I don't know. What would it be?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk. Oh, okay. All right.
From a Did You Know category, half of kids under 21 no longer believe they need to go to college. They're so smart.
Well, no, they are smart because there's more and more kids seeing what the higher education institutions have turned into, and they're more focused on earning a living. And you don't need to go to college to soak up all that stupidity to actually go get a decent job. That's what they're finding out. That's what they're seeing here.
Well, you can go to community college and get a degree in a trade.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can. There's plenty of other alternatives other than going to a 4-year college, incurring all that debt to go, and then not have a valid way to make a living when you graduate. So, yeah, these kids are actually pretty smart. I have one nephew that he spent a year in college. Said, "Man, this is terrible," and he does quite well for himself without having wasted his time in college.
Well, in my career of getting my degree, one thing I learned about college, and I went to state, that was every course the professor finds an excruciating way to make it boring.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Every class has to be boring to the max. And you study and study and study. But the key to college, if you go to college and you vow to go to every single class, never miss one, and that's important. Never miss one. And no, don't get it online or anything else. Get it from the classroom. And you take good notes. And before your exams, you study your good notes. Don't slop through it and then say, oh, he probably won't put that on there. If he wrote it on the board, it's a good chance you're going to see that on the test. But take your good notes and go to every class and study before the exams. You will pass. Might be a C, but C's get degrees, as they say. That's my secret to college.
Well, that's your secret to college back then, but if you're going to go and you're going to take these soft soap specialties now, like, you used to say you used to make fun of the guys that were taking basket weaving 101. Well, hey, when that guy graduated, at least he knew how to weave a basket. Now you got these clowns that are, feminist studies and all this other garbage. And
or sociology major.
Yeah,
what the heck is that?
What am I going to get a job in now? And
they force you to
nothing.
take a sociology course at state, no matter what your curriculum.
Well, yeah, but you're not taking it as a major. It's probably a good idea to have an understanding of what it is, and you take a course for it. But to specialize in know-nothing majors is just ridiculous. It's and that's why these kids have figured out, hey, I don't need to go and incur hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt to learn nothing. I can do that. I can do that on my own, without having to spend the money for it. Or you can actually go find some other fields of employment that will earn you a living and not waste your time with it.
Other things from our Did You Know category, 35% of people have gone to work wearing this on their clothes.
Wearing this on their clothes? Wearing it. I don't know. The tag.
That's it, price tag.
The price tag? Yeah, okay.
According to Reader's Digest, 43% of Americans have gone a week without using this.
underarm deodorant. I know a few of them. I can smell them when I walk into certain places.
I know.
I don't know. A week without doing this, wearing this?
No, using this.
Using this. A brush or a comb. I don't know.
Well, that could be true. Cash was the answer. The average American male will buy 4 of these every month. It's a food item.
4 of these a month. 4 of these a month. Pizza.
That's it. Pizza.
Yeah, okay.
90% of ladies would say with their significant other. 90% of ladies would stay with their significant other if they won the lottery, but only 59% of the guys would.
Okay.
So it's best she win, huh? Or it's best if you win. We do this lots of different ways, but 76% of us always commute to work alone. Just over 10,000 millionaires have made money playing this.
The lotto. I don't know.
Video games.
Oh, they have those contests, etc., and you can
Yeah,
win a prize.
they pack them into these arenas.
Yeah, okay.
And people sit in the audience just watch them play.
I did read something about that in passing a while back. Yeah, okay. Well, good for them.
53% of people will buy insect repellent for the 4th of July holiday. And the heart is not on the left side of the chest. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's more centered, isn't it?
It's found between the right and left lungs.
Yeah.
The heart only tilts slightly to the left.
Yeah, but that's where the blood goes out on the left side to circulate and returns on the right side. Isn't that how it works?
I guess.
I'm not a heart surgeon. Don't plan to be one. So.
Here's a question to ponder. Let's suppose you had a person locked in a white room with 4 corners.
It'd be racist locking them in a white room.
1 door. And for that door to open, he had to raise his right hand. Now, suppose he didn't know what was right and what was left.
Okay.
And you had to instruct him how to raise his right hand. How would you do it?
Well, let me think. I'd probably say, hey, scratch pick a hand, scratch your head. So he'd lift one arm to scratch his head, and I'd say, okay, either raise that arm higher or use your other hand and raise it higher. How's that?
That doesn't work.
That wouldn't work.
No.
Sure it would. That's exactly how it would work. Hey, you got to scratch your head. He's going to lift one arm or the other to scratch his head, and he'd say, yeah, that hand that you scratch your head with, raise it up. That'll open the door.
He might scratch it with his left hand.
Okay, then I say raise your other hand over your head.
Well, you can't see him. You have to just describe something to give.
Oh, I can't see him?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't realize I couldn't see him. I'd tell him, hey, raise a hand. If the door didn't open, hey, raise the other hand. How's that?
No, it doesn't work that way. You only get one shot at this.
Oh, there's only one opportunity to get in there, huh? I don't know. How would you do it?
I'd say, okay, dude, look at your jewels. One of them's lower than the other. The lower one's to the left. Raise your right hand. That's about the only way to do it, isn't it?
Well, if it works that way for you, I guess. I'm not sure that works for everybody.
If there was a clock on the wall, it'd be easy. You just say, turn the way the clock's turning.
Well, we don't have a
Which will
clock
be-
in the room. It's totally white. You can't see the door.
I know. That's why I had to use the other method.
Well, what's the answer? Did they give the answer?
No, this is just something I had from years ago.
Oh. No.
And I just thought of my answer today. Before I did it, I always said, okay, I understood the heart was on the left side of the chest. And I'd say, let's put your hand on your chest and feel the heartbeat. The side that beats harder is the left.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is right. That'd be hard to detect.
Well, you can do that on your throat because your left side of your throat should be able to feel that. There's a stronger pulse than the one on the right. You can play with it later, but it's true.
Anyway.
Don't choke yourself.
All right, well, that's a warm-up to our next segment. Are you smarter than the fifth grader?
Oh, no.
Swear, the following questions came from a standard fifth grade curriculum in the U.S. Answer 4 out of 5, or you ain't got the sense of a fifth grader. Number 1, the Earth has 4 layers, the thickest being the mantle. What is the thinnest layer called? Is it the crust, the outer core, or the inner core?
The thinnest layer of the Earth, the mantle, inner core, outer core? Is that what they call it, the outer core?
Yeah.
Then it would be the crust, because the mantle is just under the crust.
It is the crust.
Yeah.
What city suffered the very first atomic bomb attack? Was it Nagasaki, Tokyo, or Hiroshima?
Hiroshima.
Is that how it's pronounced? You lived there.
I don't know. No, I didn't live in Hiroshima. It's about 30 miles south of it, but I've heard it pronounced both ways. People argue about it. I don't know. Hiroshima is the way we...
What was known as the Lost Colony in early American history? Jamestown, Virginia, or Roanoke?
The Lost Colony was Roanoke.
Yeah. All right, 2 more to go. If a football field is 100 yards long, this is too easy. How many feet long is it? Is it 250, 300, or 400?
If it's 100 yards?
Yeah.
Well, it's more than 100 yards long. It's actually 120 yards.
I understand, but they're saying...
They just want the playing field.
They're doing this the easy way with
100 yards be 300.
Yeah.
But that's incorrect. The question is incorrect. The premise of the question is incorrect.
Well, the field is 100 yards. The end zones are...
The field, the playing
yards.
surface is 120 yards. The field is 120 yards.
Okay, we're straining at gnats here.
No, we're not. That question is incorrect.
What part of your eye controls how much... Well, then you would miss the question. No, what part of your eye controls how much light enters? Is it the pupil, the retina, or the iris?
Oh, how much light enters?
Yeah. How much light enters?
Iris or pupil? Iris or pupil? Well, what contracts? The pupil contracts, so it'd be the pupil then.
That's right. Pupil does.
Pupils are dilated, right? Yeah, okay. I just went to the eye doctor last week, so that did come to mind when he drops those nasty things in your eye and then you can't see for a couple hours.
What, the eye drops?
Yeah, they dilate your pupils.
One time I had that done. It made me nauseous.
Yeah, well, hey, if you go outside, put some sunglasses on, because that knocks me for a loop.
Well, they gave me a dark pair of
Yeah.
temporary sunglasses.
Yeah, they didn't help me.
Okay. Okay, well, let's do this. Everybody likes this little segment. So I don't see why we can't go ahead and do it here this morning.
And now, it's time for...
Well, it would help if Napster would shut them up. Now, we'll try it again on the intro here. All right, dude, hit it.
And now, it's time for...
Random.
Facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, a random facts for today and perhaps a spare. The Beatles' success led to a CT scanning. Their early record label, EMI, used their profits to research medical technology and develop a full-body CT scanner. It even led to a Nobel Prize.
Interesting. All from the Beatles, eh?
The Exxon Valdez was fixed up after the oil spill in 1989 and stayed in service until 2012 under other names like the Sea River Mediterranean. Benjamin Harrison was the 23rd president, was apparently addicted to cucumbers. Not a bad thing to be addicted to.
Yeah, there's certainly worse things. Yeah.
When he was in college, his family wrote him a long letter begging him to lay off the cucumbers.
Why?
I don't know. SpongeBob SquarePants was supposed to be named Sponge Boy, and the show would be called Sponge Boy Ahoy. But it turned out a mop company already owned the trademark on a character called Sponge Boy, so it changed to SpongeBob.
Okay, well, that would be a good reason to change it.
Now, what are you going to name your character? What are you going to draw? Oh, a guy called SpongeBob SquarePants. It'll never be Quick Draw McGraw. Approximately 1 out of every 8 workers in the U.S. has worked for McDonald's at some point in their lives.
Nope, never have. I worked in a restaurant, but not McDonald's.
Let's see. How much time I got? Okay. Wait until you get to the twist in this story. There's a woman in Canberra, Australia.
Canberra.
What did I say?
Canberra. It's just Canberra.
Canberra. Tomato. Anyway, there's a woman in Australia who just shared a story on Facebook about an incident she had in the McDonald's drive-thru line over the weekend. The line was long, and as the woman was finally placing her order, a, quote, young lady began to start honking. The woman says, quote, I thought to myself, take the high road. So when I paid for my food at the first window, I paid for both our orders. When the woman who honked got to the drive-thru window and found out that her order was paid for, quote, she leaned out the window, waved and mouthed, thank you. Obviously embarrassed. I had prepaid her rudeness with kindness. Should be repaid. But anyway, but there's more. Quote, so when I got to the second window, I showed both receipts and took her food too.
Okay.
Now she has to go back to the end of the line, start all over again. Now that's his passive-aggressive revenge. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, all right.
To remember that one. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
We'll see around, depending on where you do that, that person probably chase you out of the parking lot.
Might be hard to do it now because they got your car matched with your order.
Oh, is that way
on
they
the
do
screen. Yeah, your order comes up and a picture of your car is on the screen.
Yeah, but if you paid for it, you paid for it.
Yeah. All right, so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a Hump Day Wednesday already. And, of course, an extended Zoom off zone. In the meantime, be sure to listen to the commercials we have on this station and note who they are, because they're small businesses working right here in our economy. Please give them first crack at your spending dollars because they need our support just like we need theirs. So put your tongue past your gum and tell them WEEB asked you to come. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Rainy Dog Park.